Over the years, a lot of people have claimed that they are a hardcore gamer, and a lot of people just consider themselves to be gamers, but quotation marks everywhere. Um, the one thing that I always want to talk about is what exactly makes you in general into a hardcore gamer, or what was it that made you into a hardcore gamer? Now, for me, it would probably have to do with two consoles in general, the original Nintendo and the original PlayStation. Because if it wasn't for those two systems coming out, I probably would not be making videos like this. I would not have a big fucking collection behind me like that. And I wouldn't give a shit about video games nearly as much if it wasn't for those two. The first Nintendo I got when I was 4 years old. And, the first time, whenever you're a little kid and you sit down and you go to play, when you know nothing about video games and you're holding a controller and you're just like, and you go and you press the button and you see the little Mario, jump. You're like, holy shit! Oh my god! Dude! And it's mind blowing. It's like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm controlling this guy. I'm like some kind of god. That's so fucking awesome. But yeah, that's pretty much how I felt. Was I can't believe I'm moving this guy. I press left and right, and he moves left to right. Wow. And from that point, I was pretty much hooked. I would take my Nintendo to friends' houses. We would have tournaments. I would trade my games with people. I'd trade Ninja Turtle action figures for Nintendo games and shit. And then I got a Super Nintendo, and then I got a PlayStation. So, yeah. And if it wasn't for PlayStation, I don't think I would have gotten as big into, like, RPGs and stuff like that. So Nintendo got me into games. PlayStation expanded that even further. So it's kind of like a funnel into another funnel, which is ridiculous. But, yeah, that's pretty much the main reason why I'm into the video games. I've got tons of games that I can say helped me get into stuff like that. Like Super Mario Bros. 3 was the first game I tried to master ever. Like get every single little thing, learn every secret. Final Fantasy VII is one of the first like RPGs that made me say that that's one of my favorite genres in the entire universe. Games like Resident Evil. That's just an awesome franchise in general. And it helped blur the line between video games and movies. Even though it looks like shit now and is like laughably bad, but back then, it was a really big step. Like them getting away from just, the childish video games and the cutesy furry mascot characters and bullshit like that. So those are things that helped me become the gamer that I am. Now we have tons of online gaming and stuff, and first-person shooters out the ass, people making clans, people, holding tournaments at other people's houses and stuff, people that are really big into collecting and stuff, making videos, on YouTube like this, showing off, this is my collection, these are the things I'm into. People that talk about all their strategies for things and stuff like that, and there's just like a ton of things, it's like a world in its own for being a gamer now. It's blown up so big within like the past like 10 years. It's really awesome though, especially whenever you were into it before it became like a big culture all in itself. But yeah, those are some things that just in general that I mentioned earlier that helped me become like the hardcore gamer that I pretty much have become today. So I'm kind of wondering, what made you guys into hardcore gamers? What is that one game, that one system, that one thing in general? If you can even think of like a couple memories back in the day that, this is why I like games so much. This is why I'm into it so much. So yeah, let everybody know. Let me know. Because that's why I make stuff like this. Because I think it's really cool for, the entire gamer community. So yeah, game the fuck on.